Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, classmate. Our topic for today is all about the historical perspective of the Philippines educational system. Let's start with the education during the pre-Magellanic time. Education was informal and structured back then, and it's also decentralized. Fathers taught their sons how to look for food and other main livelihood. And also, mother taught their daughter to do household chores. So, this education basically prepared their children to become good husband and wife. Children were provided more vocational training, less in academic by their parents and in the houses of tribal tutors. Teachers are tribal tutors. We call them babaylan or katalunan. Next, the education during the pre-Spanish era. There are major changes during the Spanish colonization, which our education was formal and organized this time. The tribal tutors were replaced by the Spanish missionaries. So the pupil attended formal schooling and Patriot Skill School. Instruction was religion-oriented. Christian doctrines, sacred songs, and music and prayers were taught because they were required for a confession and communion. They also have separated school for boys and girls. Wealthy Filipino class, or also called ilustrados, were accommodated in school. Next, the Educational Decree of 1863. This law gives Filipino a complete system of education from elementary to collegiate level. The law provided for the establishment of the elementary school in all municipalities in the country. Although religion was the core of curriculum, the curriculum included subjects like reading, writing, arithmetic, history, and etc. Attendance in school was compulsory between the ages of 7 and 12. And now let's move on to education during the American regime of 1898 to 1946. The American promoted democratic ideas and a democratic way of life. The schools maintained by Spain for more than 3 centuries were closed for the time being but were reopened on August 29, 1898 by the Secretary of Interior. A system of free and compulsory elementary was established by the Malolos Constitution. In May 1898, the first American school was established in Corregidor. Thomasites arrived in the Philippines on August 23, 1901. The University of the Philippines was founded in 1908. University of Philippines First State School of University State. The Department for Public Instruction set up a 3-level school system. The first level considered a 4-year primary and 3-year intermediate or 7-year elementary curriculum. The second level was 4-year junior college and later a 4-year program.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am the second reporter. American rule. Sherman Commission adequate, secularized, and free public school system. Taft Commission per instruction of President McKinley. Free primary instruction that trained the people for the duties of citizenship and advocation. Philippine Commission by virtue of Act No. 74. 1901, a highly centralized public school system was installed. The implementation of this act created a heavy shortage of teachers, so the Philippines Commission authorized the Secretary of Public Instruction to bring to the Philippines. Philippine Commission, the high school system supported by provincial governments, special educational institutions, School of Arts and Trades, and Agricultural School and Commerce and Marine. Institutes were established in 1902. In 1908, the Philippines legislature approved Act No. 1870, created University of the Philippines. Japanese regime. Military Order Number 2, and 1942, Japanese Educational Policies. The Philippine Executive Commission, Commission of Education, Health and Public Welfare and School reopened in 1942. On October 14, 1943, the Japanese sponsored Tagalog, Philippines, History and Character Education was reserved for Filipinos. Love for work and dignity of labor was emphasized. On February 27, 1945, the Department of Instruction was made part of the Department of Public Instruction Military.
So, Department of Education. In the year 1947, by virtue of Executive Order Number 94, the Department of Instruction was changed to Department of Education. So, in year 1947, muna siya nga year nga na-change ang Department of Instruction into Department of Education by virtue of Executive Order Number 94. Then Bureau of Public and Private Schools, Regulation and Supervision of Public and Private Schools. And then, so Department of Education, the Education Act of 1982, Ministry of Education, Culture and Sports. So, in the year of 1982, the Education Act of 1982, muna siya ang Ministry of Education, Culture and Sports. In the year of 1987, is Department of Education, Culture and Sports, and by virtue of Executive Order Number 117. So, Executive Order Number 117, the structure of DEX or Department of Education, Culture and Sports, as embodied has practically remained unchanged until 1994. And Commission on Higher Education or CHED and Technical Education and Skills Development Authority or TISDA supervise tertiary degree programs and non-degree technical vocational programs respectively. So, mo ni siya ang belong sa Department of Education. And now, the trifocal education system. So, mo ni siya sa trifocal DICS, elementary, secondary, and non-formal education including culture and sports. And then, TISDA, post-secondary, middle-level manpower training and development. And CHED is responsible for higher education August 2001. Republic Act 9155, Governance of Basic Education Act. And the last one, DICS to DepEd, defining the role of field offices, regional offices, division offices, district offices, and schools. So, mo ni siya ang sa trifocal education system. And then next, Republic Act 9155 provides the overall framework for first school head empowerment by strengthening their leadership role. So, ang Republic Act 9155 ga-provide po siya og overall framework sa school head empowerment by strengthening their leadership's roles. And then, second, schools base management within the context of transparency and local accountability. So, Republic Act 9155 is goal of basic education, provide the school-age population and young adults with skills, knowledge, and values to become caring, self-reliant, productive, and patriotic citizens. So, ang Republic Act 9155 mao siya ang kanang goal of basic education nga ga-provide sa schools og age population and young adults with skills, knowledge, and values to become caring, self-reliant, productive, and patriotic citizens. So, a summary of the historical perspective follow. In the year 1863, official name is Superior Commission of Primary Instruction, Head of Office, Chairman, Legal Base, Educational Decree of 1863. In the year of 1901 to 1916, official name Department of Public Instruction, Head of Office General Superintendent, legal base Act Number 74 of the Philippine Commission, June 11, 1974. In the year of 1916 to 1942, official name is Department of Public Instruction, Head of Office Secretary, legal base Organic Law of 1916, Jones Law. In the year of 1942 to 1944, official name Department of Education, Health and Public Welfare, Head of Office Commissioner, legal base renamed by the Japanese Executive Commission, June 11, 1947. In the year of 1944, official name Department of Education, Health and Public Welfare, Head of Office Minister, legal base renamed by Japanese-sponsored Philippines Republic. In the year of 1945 to 1946, official name Department of Public Instruction and Information, Head of Office Secretary, legal base renamed by the Commonwealth Government. In the year of 1947 to 1975, official name Department of Education, Head of Office Secretary, legal base Executive Number 94, October 1947, Reorganization Act of 1974. In the year of 1975 to 1978, official name Department of Education and Culture, Head of Office Secretary, legal base Proc number 1081, September 24, 1972. In the year of 1978 to 1984, official name Ministry of Education and Culture, Head of Office Minister, legal base PD number 1397 to in June 2, 1978. In the year of 1984 to 1986, official name Ministry of Education, Culture and Sports, Head of Office Minister, legal base Education Act of 1982. In the year of 2002, present, the official name Department of Education, Head of Office Secretary, legal base RA number 9155.